Hi, Diana Matichyn here, real estate agent with Coldwell Banker in Arlington Heights. And today I wanted to talk about a topic that I have been learning more and more about since November of last year. And that's options for people who are ready for their new chapter after their forever home. So 55 plus communities, independent living, assisted living, and memory care. I work with a lot of people who are in a stage where they are looking for options like that, and I found it difficult to recommend any specific place because I haven't been to any of them previously to November of last year. So then I decided to reach out to consultants in communities all over Arlington Heights, Schaumburg, Barrington, Long Grove, Vernon Hills, Glenview. I've been to quite a few of them, and what I've discovered is each one of them offers something different. They have different payment options, they have different facilities, different amenities, and also a different vibe that would be appealing to one person or another. So that's why I wanted to share this video with you to see if this would be helpful for someone, maybe you who is in those shoes right now and you're looking to sell your forever home, or maybe a child of a parent that's in that situation, because I've been dealing with both. And I have a stack of folders that I have gathered through just being at different places and seeing all of them. There's Encore Village, which was the Friendship Village in Schaumburg, the Grand at Twin Lakes, which you drive by every time when you're on exiting 53 off of Northwest Highway, Chapters Living, Seal, Senior Living in Long Grove, Deer Park Village. We have actually quite a few. I've been to the one in Palatine. So I have all these and I have the information, I have the pricing, but most important of all for you to know is from what I understand, there are two options for you to go, two different routes, and they're very, very different. So first of all, route number one is to have a big buy-in, so then you can be a part of the community. A little bit more complicated process. You definitely need to sell your home before you get there, or close on your home until you actually get possession of your unit. So that could be the Garlands in Barrington, that could be Luther Village in Arlington Heights, which most likely will be changing to a different model if you may or may not know what is going on with Luther Village right now. Or there is a model of renting the units and paying a set fee. That set fee is on a monthly basis. There are some places that will do a 12-month lease, just like you would for any rental complex. And there are a lot of places that just offer month to month, so non-committal agreement where you can just move in. If you like it, great. If no, you are free to go somewhere else. What I've also noticed, some options or some places, they offer an option of basically trying them out. So some places could offer like a free night or free 2-night stay at their facility, so you can really experience how it is to be there and the vibe, the food, the community. And I think that's really an excellent option to go with if there's an option to do so. When I come into place, so when I am in contact, so either a child reaches out to me and says, my parent is looking to sell a home, she's in her 80s, he's in his 90s, and is looking for a new place to live, something that's completely maintenance free, could be independent living, assisted living, or I'm talking to someone who is in their 90s. Like I talked to a lady in Arlington Heights, she's somewhere around 92 years old and still independent, but definitely needs to move and find a different place to be. And that's where I come in as far as preparation process, because sometimes it takes 2 years to do this process, to prepare the home, to get all the belongings, to decide what you're keeping, what you're not keeping. And sometimes it's a month, 2 months process because there is more of an urgency. It just depends on the situation. So what I do with the process of preparing the home when you're looking to sell and looking to downsize extremely, let's just say, because it's different when you're downsizing from a 4-bedroom colonial home into a 3-bedroom ranch home with a basement. It's completely different when you're downsizing from a 4 or 3-bedroom forever home where you've been for 30, 40 plus years to a 2-bedroom or 1-bedroom condo apartment, and it could be really overwhelming, and I've seen that in my clients as well. What I try to do is to try to take that overwhelming process as much as possible. It's impossible to take it away completely because it's just selling is not fun, period. Doesn't matter if you're in your 30s or 70s when you're doing that. In 70s it's a lot more complicated because you have so many memories, so many belongings, like your whole life is in the home that you're now selling and moving. And what I do is I start with a consultation with my clients. So we go over the home. I tour the home, see what updates they've done. Most likely, it's usually nothing that is cosmetic in the most recent years. It's usually the furnace has been updated, the roof has been updated at least once. And then usually kitchen and bathrooms are older. Sometimes they're updated, but majority of the time they will be in original shape. I am never a person that will say, let's redo the kitchen. Let's make it all white and gray. No. Because first of all, it's too much stress for the person that I'm dealing with, for the client. Second of all, it is not going to be financially feasible for you to do that. You're basically going to get your money back, maybe a little bit extra. It's not worth to do that. But I do have a handyman. I have a painter that could come in if something that really sticks out and really hinders the sale of the home and the owner is open to it. So if I'm dealing with a person that's just getting ready, they're not in a rush, they want to get as much as possible so they can get that money in their retirement and get every dollar out of the home as much as possible, then I would recommend to do some repairs. Something that has been, let's say, a rotten wood under a window that has been, you've looked at it, you saw it, but then it didn't bother you that much. So something like that, like a broken screen or a broken pane of window, a stain from something that was leaking back in the days and it was fixed, but you never painted the ceiling. So things like that, I always recommend to address for someone who has the ability to do that, because then it does bring you more when you're deciding to sell the home. In other situations, I sell the home as is, and we either market them to investors or market them to people who are looking to put their own designing imprint on the home, and we still get them a great price. So it just depends. I will tell you honestly that majority of my clients that are in their 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, it takes a while before we actually get to the point of like, okay, we're ready to sell. And I've been in touch with a few of my clients I've been in touch with for 6 years before they were actually ready to call me and say, Diana, let's get ready and sell the house. Usually it is quite a process. So we go through the home, we go through the pricing. One thing which is very important, something to keep in mind, is that if a person is selling the home, let's say they bought it for $200,000 many years ago, the home is already paid off, and now they're selling it for $600,000, so that's a $400,000 difference. If it's a married couple, they can deduct all of that, and it's tax-free money, tax-free income. If it's a single person, $250,000 of that would be tax-free, and $150,000 of that would be taxable. So that's really important to know, because just something to keep in mind for the future, right? So that's as far as that goes. And then I do have an organizer. I have a person that can do an estate sale if the person is open to. I have a person that can take out all of the things away, and if it's more of an urgent situation, we get the house empty. It looks great. We take professional photos. I virtually stage the home so it looks more modern. It has modern furniture, and then I do my marketing machine. I put it to work and get the best price for the home. And I keep in touch, make sure that we communicate with a few of my clients. Just now, they don't use email. They don't have a computer. So I drive out there. I have a paperwork signed with them, and I talk to them. I explain everything. So I have that patience that comes with making sure that the process is smooth and everybody's informed along the way. So anyways, I just wanted to share with you my quick experience and just some of the options there in the area. I like to give recommendations based on information I know. So once you reach out to me, or someone you know reaches out to me and they say, this is my situation, this is what I'm looking for, I want something that's like within $3,000 monthly budget. I'm okay to pay $4,000, but I want more amenities or something that's nicer and more updated. So I have options for all of that. It depends obviously on location as well. So I would love to give you recommendations. Please keep me in mind and reach out. I look forward to helping you very soon. Thank you so much. Bye.